America as we know it is about to change forever. Some changes will be groundbreaking, others terrifying, but one thing is certain. By 2050, life in the U.S. will be unrecognizable. Introduction. The America of 2025 is a country at a crossroads. Innovation is skyrocketing, technology is advancing at lightning speed, and yet, deep economic and social divides are threatening to reshape the nation's future. But what if we told you that by 2050, the entire landscape of America, its economy, population, and even its global influence, will be drastically different? Some experts predict a golden age of AI-driven prosperity, while others warn of economic collapse, social unrest, and a weakened world presence. By the time we reach 2050, the way you work, travel, and even think about money could be completely different. The American dream? It may not even exist in the same way. But before we get into the most shocking parts, let's talk about what's already happening right now that is setting the stage for these massive changes. The economy is worth over $27 trillion, but the national debt is climbing at an unprecedented rate. By 2050, some analysts predict it could exceed 200% of GDP, leading to massive tax hikes, budget cuts, and a restructuring of the American financial system as we know it. But here's the part no one is talking about. America may no longer be the world's #1 economy. That title could belong to China or even India by then. Most people assume America will always be the dominant global power, but history says otherwise. Just look at past empires: the British Empire, Rome, the Soviet Union. No nation stays on top forever. So, what does this mean for the average American? If the US dollar loses its status as the world's reserve currency, inflation could skyrocket, jobs could disappear, and the cost of living could explode. But it gets even crazier. The technology right now, AI is helping people do their jobs more efficiently. But fast forward to 2050, and we're looking at a world where over 40% of all jobs could be fully automated. That's millions of Americans out of work, replaced by machines that don't need sleep, paychecks, or healthcare. But here's the scary part. What happens when AI starts making decisions for us? Imagine a world where AI judges in courts, AI teachers in schools, and AI doctors performing surgeries without human intervention. It might sound like science fiction, but the reality is closer than you think. Some experts argue that this could lead to an era of incredible prosperity, where humans no longer need to work and the economy is driven by automation. Others warn of a dystopian future where the middle class disappears, wealth is concentrated among a tiny elite, and social unrest erupts like never before. America's population is aging fast. By 2050, over 20% of Americans will be 65 or older, and the birth rate is declining. What does this mean? A shrinking workforce, fewer taxpayers, and a massive strain on Social Security. But there's another twist. By 2050, America will be more diverse than ever before. Hispanic and Asian populations will grow significantly, and the traditional racial and cultural landscape of the country will be vastly different. But will this diversity bring unity or division? Some fear growing cultural clashes, political instability, and economic tensions. Others believe it will create a more dynamic, innovative America. The truth? It could go either way. Climate change. America underwater? By 2050, Miami could be underwater. Major cities like New York and Los Angeles might see catastrophic flooding. Wildfires will be more frequent, hurricanes more destructive, and water shortages more severe. The U.S. government is already investing billions into climate change solutions, but will it be enough? Or are we headed toward a future where climate refugees flee coastal cities, entire states become uninhabitable, and food shortages become the norm? And here's the most shocking part. What if climate change leads to the collapse of entire industries? Agriculture, real estate, tourism. These sectors could be completely upended by extreme weather. That means millions of jobs lost and a fundamental reshaping of the American economy. The final question, can America survive 2050? So, what does all of this mean for you? Will 2050 be a utopia of technological wonders, a nightmare of economic collapse, or something in between? The truth is, America's fate isn't sealed. It will depend on the choices made today. Will the government adapt? Will industries evolve? And most importantly, will the American people be ready for what's coming? One thing is certain, change is coming, and it's coming fast. If you want to know what's next, there's another piece of the puzzle you absolutely need to see. Click here for the biggest threats facing America in the next decade, because trust me, it's not what you think. See you there.